I'm having my real wedding here. I'm just gonna do it during the scene.
Why not?
Because everything's set up. I just have to call him to come. But yes, I know it's very odd. Life is imitating art right now. It's very, very strange.
Speaking of him, how did he do it? How did he propose?
Are you crazy? You think I'm gonna tell you that?
I really
love how
wanna
she
know.
thinks we're just gonna talk
no,
about this.
I'm living vicariously through you because I have no man. It's not gonna happen for me anytime soon. So please, let me live.
The short story is he actually started a little fight with me and threw me off. Yeah. So luckily, I got a little. I was like, oh my God, things aren't great. And then he surprised me at the end of the night. So he had faith enough to know that I wouldn't really think something was bad was going on. So then he popped the ring out and it was amazing.
It's so soon though, 3 months. I'm like, I want to get on a 3-month plan with you right now.
You know,
How did you know
I've
he was
said
the one?
when you just from day one, I just knew immediately, and it's been magic. We have all the same family, friends, and we grew up with the same people. We just never met, so I kind of feel like I've known him my whole life. And I know it seems a little crazy on paper, but it's what works for us.
So are you like living vicariously through this dress right now?
It's so weird. It's so weird shooting this movie and then getting engaged. So I'm doing all these wedding scenes and then going home and thinking of my own wedding. It's so bizarre.
Any tips, like maybe not a strapless dress for your wedding since you've
This will not be Kaley's wedding dress. Let's just put it that way. This is Gretchen's wedding dress for the movie.
Exactly.
The Wedding Ringer.
Tell me about
which
this.
will be out next year. People know things before I've said anything to anyone, and I'm kind of getting used to that life now. It's just what it is, and I'm not against it. It's fine, but I think people think I'm blabbing about all the information, and you know, I'm really not. It's just people are following me. So want to know what's going on. I'm like, I'm not that interesting. There's not that much interesting going on in my life. I'm telling you.
Please, you're marrying a hot tennis player, and you're the tennis player.
He is hot.
So was it the backhand swing that had you at hello?
Oh my God.
Or was it his butt?
He's got a case. He's very handsome. He's very, very handsome.
You're blushing.
I know.
You're red.
As I'm so happy.
Now, first of all, I want to know, how does Kaley's fiance feel that you're like all groping her booty on the dance floor over here?
Well, I hope he sees me as a legitimate threat. That's the way that I always feel with all of my co-stars. Is I want to create as much tension and drama in their home lives as possible. And once I've done that, then I feel like I've succeeded. No, Kaley's fiance and I kind of love each other. We met at a party, and I think he looks at me and he goes, wow, this is the least threatening thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, come on.
So I think we're on good terms.
You're kind of a hot commodity, I hear.
Wait a second. Wait, my wife would disagree with you. She's just not that into me.
She's just not that into
To quote a famous film.
The next
Here we
one
are on the
coming
set
up.
of Gone with the Wind.
What advice are you giving Kaley with her upcoming engagement? Some things that she should
You know,
do for her wedding and maybe not do.
She was so excited, man. First of all, I was happy to see a woman that excited when she came to work. I told her congratulations. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I think that it works for certain people and certain people it doesn't. Unfortunately, mine didn't work out. I got divorced, but we're friends. And now I know, going into my next situation, if I do get married, what to do, what not to do.
What are some of those to-dos and not to-dos?
Well, I think the big thing about marriage is respect. You know, you have to respect one another. And, you know, when people get married young, you don't really understand the true definition of marriage. You know, that's your partner, that everything has to be done together. My input is just as good as your input. Your advice is just as good as my advice. You know, you have to learn to be partners for real. And in my first relationship, I didn't understand that definition because I was young. So, you know, you do things that you shouldn't do, and certain things get in the way. But she's older, more mature, and I think the more mature you are, the better you are for a situation like marriage.
You know what's amazing about this place, actually? This is a little tidbit. I don't know if it's this room, but this is the hotel where they shot Ghostbusters when Bill Murray and the guys go after
and Slimer was flying all over the place?
That's right. And in this scene, I play essentially Slimer.
The wedding ringer. You're playing
Yes.
the guy that's saving the losers. Do you usually have to save a lot of losers around your crew? Because you don't strike me as a guy that hangs out with like
I was gonna say, I don't think I can consider any of my friends losers or other people. Let me clear that up in general. The word loser is a very it's a very angry word. You know, some people have better luck than others. Some people are better with women than others. So I have been put in situations where I've given great advice to friends who have needed great advice in certain situations. But you know, I don't think that makes me better than them or a person that's more versed with females. Yes, I have a lot of experience and knowledge, but it's because of my past. So my past definitely does it does give me a lot of knowledge.
It's very sad. I hired the wedding ringer, aka Kevin Hart, and a group of people to pretend to be my groomsmen because I don't have any very close friends because my character in the film travels around. There's really no excuse. I'm a loser, and I have no friends because I'm a loser.
Then
And
how did you get Kaley Cuoco's character?
it's part of the plot. I don't want to usual suspects this thing and
Okay.
kind of ruin the ending because there's a big M. Night Shyamalan style review. No, there's not. But part of the storytelling is that Kaley's character basically settles for me because I have money and she's basically using me as a means to an end. It's very sad stuff.
Very sad.
It's an inch away from being a drama.
Do you think this movie and this whole setting has given her some ideas for her own wedding? Have you been able to congratulate
Oh my God!
her?
You don't have time to congratulate Kaley because in between takes, it's always she's like talking to the wedding planner. She's getting
Really?
like everything going on. Like I think she's just jump starting the whole thing. She's like, this is it. Gotta get
Time
the
to go.
shoes. Gotta get So she don't have time for the little people.
I think that I work with a hilarious cast on Big Bang, and then I come here, I'm like, this is gonna be great, focused, very serious movie. Not exactly. I don't even know how we get through scenes. They are the funniest two people, basically, I've ever worked with next to my own cast.
Okay.
They're constantly joking. It's a very free set. Like our director, Jeremy Garlick, who's amazing, kind of lets us riff. So there's a lot of added things going on, and you kind of got to be ready for whatever ridiculous thing Kevin's gonna say or Josh is gonna say. And it's given me a lot of comedic freedom. I'm having a blast.